Big day, guys. So many today will be celebrating the update by Instagram, but I have some thoughts. I'm going to tell you the update and then I'm going to tell you why we need to be careful here. So this morning, I woke up to 12 text messages with the same article. Instagram, facing pressure over child safety online, unveils sweeping changes. Basically, what Instagram did was roll out teen accounts. All teens will be automatically moved to the settings I'm going to list starting next week, and the transition will take about 60 days. New accounts will be automatically placed into teen settings. So for teen accounts, they are private, meaning they have to accept a follower in order for the other user to see the teen's posts. Only people they're connected with can message them. There are sensitive content restrictions, so they potentially won't see things like people fighting or videos promoting cosmetic procedures or maybe even self-harm videos. Teens will get a recommendation to leave Instagram if they've used it for 60 minutes in one day. And sleep mode will be turned on between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m., meaning they can still use the app, but notifications will be muted and auto replies will be sent to DMs. So if teens want to turn off these settings, they will need to get parental permission, but only teens under 16. If your teenager is 16 or 17, they can turn off these permissions all on their own, rendering the update useless for them. You better believe every 16 and 17-year-old in the United States is going over to their settings right now and turning this off. But I'm curious about how parental permission works. How does Instagram know another user is the parent and not just a teen's friend that is saying they're an adult? Well, Instagram has been testing age verification in other countries like Europe, Mexico, and Canada, but there hasn't been a true update on this in a year and a half. Instagram says they will start testing age verification here in the US early next year. Time will tell on this part, but currently it feels like teens will have a workaround for these teen account permissions within the week. Parents should also know that Instagram added something called supervision feature, which gives parents the ability to see who your teen is chatting with in private messages, not what's being said, but with whom. You can set daily time limits and the app won't work for them when they hit that limit. You can block teens from specific time periods, like during school or at night, and you can see what topics your teen is looking at. But guess what? Teenagers can turn off supervision at any time. You will get an alert if they turn it off. But why can teenagers turn off supervision of their parent? Okay, here's where I have my go at Meta. This timing is so interesting. I want to read you a quote from the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri. We decided to focus on what parents think because they know better what's appropriate for their children than any tech company, any private company, any senator or policymaker or staffer or regulator. Do you hear that? Parents know better than any senator, policymaker, or regulator. Well, our senators decided overwhelmingly that social media companies are failing our children. Senators passed a bill 91-3, the Kids Online Safety Act, to protect kids online. Just yesterday, policymakers in the House of Representatives announced that KOSA is moving forward with a markup tomorrow. And a few of the sections of this bill will sound really familiar. So within KOSA, privacy settings are by default. There's expanded parental controls. Tech companies will have to block kids from being contacted by strangers. So Meta basically took certain recommendations from within KOSA and made these updates without being forced to. So that's good, but they're basically trying to tell us all that they don't need regulation. We don't need KOSA. Look, we're going to do it on our own. And we're going to give you, parents, the ability to better manage your kid's account. So how well has that been working in the past decade? We've let big tech move fast and break things, and those things are our children. Do not be fooled that these people actually care about our children. There are too many examples of Mark Zuckerberg and other executives making decisions that harm our kids for profit. We can't let big tech regulate themselves because they've proven that they will not. We need actual regulation. We need the Kids Online Safety Act, or we will keep losing children and the depression and anxiety rates will continue to climb. I will be on a plane to DC tonight to join other parents to meet with legislators and make sure that KOSA moves forward. No gaslighting campaigns on behalf of Meta or Snap or TikTok are going to stop parents from getting the protections that our children deserve. I appreciate Meta putting in a little bit of effort here, but it should have happened years ago, and it's too little too late. The jig is up. We know it's just a smokescreen. So parents, you can contact your rep too and ask them to pass KOSA. There's a super easy form in the link in my bio on Instagram. And am I saying that you shouldn't employ the supervision feature and the new parental controls on Instagram? No, use them. Use every control that's available, but expect them to be confusing, expect your kids to find a way around it, and expect us to need to force the companies to actually protect kids.